Hey, Paul, can I tell you something personal today?
Of course, Emily. What's on your mind?
I met a student yesterday. She looked so sad. She said, "My friends laugh at me when I speak English."
That's painful to hear. Many learners feel that way. Embarrassed or shy when they make mistakes?
Yes, she told me she's afraid to speak because of that. But fear is the biggest wall that stops progress, right?
Exactly. If you never speak, you never grow. Every mistake is just a small step toward fluency.
That's true. So today, let's help learners speak without fear. Let's show them how to use one simple thing, the simple present tense.
Oh, yes. That's the heartbeat of English. You use it every single day to talk about habits, routines, and facts.
Right. And before we start, if you're listening now, make sure to hit subscribe to Miss English channel. We learn, laugh, and grow together.
All right, let's jump in. Emily, can you give an example?
Sure. I wake up in the morning. I brush my teeth. I drink water. Simple, right?
Very simple, and yet it's the most powerful tool for beginners because it builds daily confidence.
Yes. And the student told me, "My English is poor." I told her, "Your English is not poor. Your practice is just shy."
That's a good line. It's not the language that's weak, it's the courage that needs exercise.
Exactly. So let's practice together. I'll say something and you repeat after me. I go to school.
I go to school.
I read books.
I read books.
I like coffee.
I like music.
See? That's how easy it is. Each line describes daily life, and that's the foundation of communication.
Yes, learners often think English is about complex grammar, but it's really about connection, sharing your life in simple words.
True. Even saying, "I walk to the market," or "I help my mother," makes your English real and human.
Emily, I think people forget that practice is not performance. It's okay to sound imperfect.
Yes, and every time you speak, your brain grows stronger. Your confidence grows too.
That's right. So let's do a few more examples. What do you do in the morning, Emily?
I wake up early. I make coffee. I read something inspiring.
Nice. I wake up early too. I wash my face, brush my teeth, and eat breakfast.
See how natural it feels? We're using simple present tense without thinking.
Yes, it's how we describe our habits. For example, I study English every evening.
Perfect sentence. Now, if you're listening to us, pause for a moment and make your own sentence. Say it aloud.
That's a great tip. Speaking aloud makes your mouth remember the rhythm of English.
Yes, because learning happens not only in your head, but also in your body, your tongue, your voice, your breath.
So true. When I first learned another language, I used to whisper to myself while walking. People thought I was crazy.
But that's the secret. Small practice moments every day.
All right, let's try more examples. What do you do after breakfast?
I go to work. I teach students. I smile when they finally understand something.
That's beautiful. I go to the office. I work hard. I feel proud when I finish my tasks.
You see, these sentences are simple, but they describe real life. They make English personal.
Yes, and learners can try the same with family or friends. For example, my sister plays the guitar.
Or, my brother watches TV. Easy, short, and full of meaning.
Exactly. The mistake most learners make is trying to sound perfect before they even start.
Yes, perfection kills progress, but simplicity opens doors.
So let's tell our listeners, don't wait, don't be afraid. Start with small sentences.
You can say, I walk, I eat, I study, I rest. Each one builds your foundation.
Right, and soon you'll feel proud. Just like my student last week, he said, I can finally speak without fear.
That's wonderful. Confidence grows when you hear yourself speak English clearly.
Yes. So, Emily, how do learners practice daily if they don't have English friends?
Simple. Talk to yourself. Talk to your phone. Talk to your mirror. It's not weird, it's training.
Yes, and your mirror never laughs at your mistakes.
Exactly. It just listens. And the more you speak, the less shy you feel.
That's so true. Many learners think too much before they speak, but English is like swimming. You learn by jumping in.
Yes, thinking too much is like standing at the pool's edge. You never get wet, and you never learn.
Beautifully said. So jump in with simple present tense.
Yes, and remember, this tense is for habits, facts, and truths.
For example, the sun rises in the east.
Or, water boils at 100 degrees.
Exactly. These are facts, and they all use simple present.
Also, we use it for timetables or schedules, like the train leaves at 9.
Yes, the class starts at 8:30.
See how often we use it? It's everywhere in your daily talk, in truth, in time.
That's why it's the first tense every learner must master.
Yes, because your daily life, your story, begins in the present.
I love that. Your story begins in the present.
And if you're listening now, take a deep breath. Say one sentence. I can speak English.
Say it with power. Feel it. I can speak English.
Good. Again. I can speak English.
This is how confidence is built, one small truth at a time.
Exactly. And if you make mistakes, it's okay. Mistakes are just proof that you're learning.
So true. Emily, I think many people don't realize that English is not about speed. It's about clarity and courage.
Yes, you don't need perfect grammar to touch hearts. You just need real words said with honesty.
That's the soul of language. It's not just about tenses, it's about connection.
And that connection starts when you open your mouth and speak even one small sentence.
Exactly. Speak today, not tomorrow. The best time to begin is always now.
Beautiful. Let's pause here for a second.
Yes, and if you're listening, comment below what's one sentence you can say in simple present tense.
We'd love to read them. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this with a friend who's learning English too.
Because every word you speak brings you one step closer to fluency.
All right, ready for page 2, call?
Always ready. Let's continue.
All right, let's keep going, Paul. We were talking about confidence and simple present tense. I think this is where real growth starts.
Absolutely, because once learners feel confident using simple sentences, everything else becomes easier. Past, future, everything.
Yes, it's like building a house. The simple present is your foundation. Without it, your language falls apart.
That's a perfect metaphor. You can't decorate the roof if the walls aren't standing.
Exactly. And it's the same in English. Before learning difficult grammar, master the basics. For example, say 10 simple sentences every day.
That's a great habit. Let's try that together.
Okay, I'll start. I wake up at 7.
I eat breakfast at 8.
I go to work at 9.
I study English every night.
I read a book before bed.
I drink tea in the morning.
I help my mother in the kitchen.
I walk to the park on weekends.
I play guitar in the evening.
And I feel proud of myself every day.
That's perfect. You see, these 10 sentences describe a full life. Your habits, your time, your feelings.
Yes, they're small, but they give learners a rhythm, and rhythm makes speaking natural.
Exactly. It's not about memorizing, it's about living in English.
Emily, many learners ask me, why do I forget grammar when I speak?
Good question. It's because they study with their eyes, not with their mouth.
Oh, yes, that's true. They read and write, but they don't speak.
Right. English must be heard and spoken. When you say it out loud, your brain learns faster.
So true. I always tell my students, don't just study English, live it.
Exactly. Say your sentences while walking, cooking, or looking in the mirror.
I used to talk to my mirror, too. My reflection was my first English partner.
That's the best partner. Silent, patient, and never judgmental.
Emily, let's teach them another trick. How about writing a short diary every day using the simple present?
Yes, that's powerful. Just write 3 lines about your day. For example, I wake up, I go to school, I meet my friend.
Beautiful. And if you can, say it out loud while you write. That connects your brain and your voice.
Yes, writing and speaking together create double memory. You remember faster and longer.
And the best part is, you can see your progress. Day by day, you'll notice you're more fluent.
Exactly. And even when mistakes appear, that's good because mistakes mean movement.
I love that. Mistakes mean movement.
Yes, without mistakes, you stay still. But with mistakes, you move forward.
You know, Emily, this reminds me of when I first learned to play the guitar. I made so many wrong sounds.
Same with English. Your first sentences might sound strange, but they're still music. The music of learning.
Yes. And one day, those broken notes become a song.
That's beautiful, Paul.
So for everyone listening, keep practicing your daily sentences. Speak them with emotion. Smile while you talk.
Yes, because emotion helps memory. When you feel good while speaking, your brain remembers better.
That's science and soul working together.
Exactly. So let's connect this to real life now. What does this mean for our listeners today?
It means that fluency is not a gift. It's a habit. You build it like you brush your teeth or drink water.
Perfect example. You don't think about brushing, you just do it. Same with English. Don't overthink. Just speak.
Yes, every time you say a simple sentence, you train your brain to think in English.
That's the key. Thinking in English, not translating word by word.
Right. When you say, I go to school, don't think in your native language first. Just feel the sentence and say it.
Yes, let English flow like water, not like math.
Beautifully said. English should flow, not freeze.
And remember, confidence is not born, it's built, one sentence at a time.
So speak daily, write daily, listen daily.
And soon you'll realize you're no longer afraid to speak. You're proud to speak.
That's the real victory. Not perfect grammar, but a brave voice.
Exactly. You may not speak like a native yet, but you speak with heart, and that's powerful.
and heart always wins.
Paul, before we close, let's remind our listeners of something important.
Sure.
If they want to improve, they must believe, because belief gives energy, and energy turns practice into progress.
Yes, belief is the fire. Without it, words are cold.
Beautifully said. So, to everyone listening now, say it with us. I believe in myself.
Say it again, louder this time. I believe in myself.
Yes, because when you believe, English becomes easier, lighter, and even fun.
Exactly. And learning becomes a journey, not a burden.
Before we end, let's leave our audience with a challenge.
Great idea.
Write 10 simple present tense sentences in the comments below about your life, your habits, your dreams.
Yes, we'll read them and reply to some. Let's make it interactive.
And don't forget to like and share this episode with a friend who's learning English.
Because when we learn together, we grow together.
That's right. Miss English Channel is more than lessons. It's a community of dreamers, speakers, and believers.
So keep going, keep speaking, and never forget your voice matters.
Your story matters.
And your English journey begins with one small step.
Say it proudly one last time. I can speak English.
I can speak English.
Beautiful. See you in the next episode, my friends.
And remember, speak today, not tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye. Keep shining, keep speaking, and keep believing.